Hello guys, welcome back to this Arduino tutorial series. So in the previous video, we tried to connect our SD card module with our Arduino board and we synchronized it to read the data from the microcontroller, that is our Arduino board, and to store the data or the information. In today's video, we are going to create some files in this SD card module. We will write the data into the SD card, and we will fetch or read the data from the SD card. The purpose of this file handling or the use of this SD card is to store the data for the future references, as our Arduino board is not having enough storage to store the data or the information that is extracted from the sensors. And on system, if we are not using any external memory device, we cannot store that information within the system. So using the SD card, the purpose of using SD card is only to store the information for a longer period. So let's get started. The code that we are going to use for today's video for creating the file, writing the data into the file, and then fetching the data from the file is this. I will explain all these steps one by one. So let's create another file so that I can explain all the steps that I have used here. Everything in this code is same up to the while loop section. All the command lines, all the information are similar to the previous video up to uh, the while loop section, except these two lines. In the first line, I have created the file variable to store the file that I'm going to create in my SD card. I will refer that file as my file, and then I have declared a variable named as data. This data variable, I'm going to use this data variable to store the data entered by the user, and I will write this data that is entered by the user into the SD card file. So these are the previous lines. First you have to include the SD card library, then spi.h library, and then you have to check whether this SD card is connected or is ready to receive the data or not. Then start the loop section here, void loop, and in the loop section, first I'm going to print some information on the serial monitor so that user will find out what he have to enter for the microcontroller as input. So using the serial.print command, serial.println, please enter your name. I'm asking user to please enter his name. Then I will store the name entered by the user in this data variable. So for that, first I have to read the data from the serial monitor using the serial.read function. Serial.read function. And now I want to know what user have entered in the serial monitor. So I have to print this data variable or the value of this data variable on the serial monitor using the serial.print command. Serial.print serial.println data. Now, since this is the loop section, while loop section, so this loop section will repeat itself again and again. Compile this code. Of course, you have to give a name to this file. For example, this is my 19th video on Arduino, so I am giving this name as Arduino Arduino, and 19. This is my 19th video. Okay, just compile this code and check for the errors. There are few things to understand while you are dealing with the strings entered by the user. Now compile this code, copy the address, and upload this address in the Arduino inside this Proteus software. Now compile this code. Here you can see that this please enter your name command and then -1 is getting printed on the serial monitor again and again. This is not allowing user to enter anything. This is because this loop is repeating itself again and again, and it's not waiting for the user to enter something. So we have to write the commands, we have to create a loop in such a way that until user enter anything, the loop which is empty will repeat itself. So let's open our Arduino IDE. So for this you have to write while, you have to check is there any information entered by the user, or is user entering something using the command serial.available. Serial.available, and then while serial.available equal to 0. That means if user is not entering anything, then we have to just wait for the user to enter. This line will wait for the user to enter enter data. So this loop is completely empty. So until user enter anything, this loop will run again and again. And so let's compile and check for our result. Here you can see that my system is waiting for the user to enter anything on the serial monitor. Let's try to enter multiple characters at a time. Let's try to enter something. Let's say my name BILL. Since when I'm trying to enter my name of strings or a multiple number of strings as my input, this system is not allowing me to enter multiple strings. For example, say my name or to enter a sentence. So I have to write the line of commands so that my system will wait for the user to enter everything. For example, say I'm trying to enter my name BILAL. My system must wait for me to stop writing or to hit until I hit the enter. My system must read everything from me. So for that, you have to create again. You have to again create a loop, similar loop here, but this time uh, instead of using an empty loop, you have to use this serial.read, and you have to change this line serial.read function to serial.read string string string. This is case sensitive. You have to write s of the string in uppercase. Now line this loop will wait for the user until user enter a string or stop writing. If user stop writing, this will wait maybe half a second or 1 second. Then it will proceed for the further step, or this will move out from the step. And you have to change this logical condition from serial.available is greater than 0. While serial.available greater than 0, this means if user is entering something, then this serial.read function will read each and every character entered by the user until user stop writing or hit the enter button. So let's compile our code again and check for the result. Here my system is waiting for me to enter something on it. So let me type my name here BILAL Bilal AHMAD Ahmed. So you can see here this have entered my name without any space. So BILAL Bilal was my name, and then as I stopped writing here, the value of my data value of this data variable printed in the same line. So here you can see, let me type on another name, for example say NOUMAN Noman, and hit the enter button. This will enter the name in separate line because I have hit the entered button, and this entered button has jumped to the next line. Now we can read the data or read the multiple strings in the form of a sentence. Now it's time to create a file inside an SD card and write this data, write this information into the SD card. So let's just comment this section and create a file. So what you have to do, you have to call your my file variable my file equal to then sd dot open method. This holds the two argument. two parameters. One is the name of your file and another is the mode of the file. Mode means in which mode you want to open this file, either write or read. So first I have to give the name of my file. I'm giving this a temporary file, say demo.txt. Demo.txt, this is the name of my file, and then you have to add a comma here, and then mode of your file, either read or write mode. Since I'm going to write the data into my file, so I have to open this file in the write mode. You have in the uppercase you have to write file underscore write. This is the keyword inside the st library. Let me create a loop, and instead of printing this information in a single line, this data in a single line, or the information that I have entered by the user in a single line, I want that this data must be copied in 2, 3 or 4 lines. That means if I am entering my name here Bilal, this is just the one line. I want that my SD card file must hold this name in say 5 or 10 lines, that each line must have my name. So for that I am going to use for loop. For int I equal to 0. I'm starting from 0 because you all know this computer programming the counting starts from 0, and then I less than, you have to give the upper limit of your this upper limit of this for loop. I'm giving this to, for example, say 5. Then you have to increment this I variable I plus plus. Then my file, to write the data into the file, first you have to give the name of your file. My name of my file is demo.txt, but I'm referring this demo.txt file as my file here. So you have to give the name of your variable that you have used for your file. My file dot, write the data into the file, you have to use the print function here, print method. My file dot print method data. This will write the data in my file in 5 lines. I have entered a single line data here, just one line of data here, and using this file loop, I'm creating 5 different lines inside my demo.txt file. When you are dealing with files in Arduino or in any programming language, you cannot do the multiple task in a file. Multiple task means that you cannot read and write same file at a time. If you are writing the data into the file, then you have to open the file, write the data into the file, and then you have to close that particular file in order to read the data from the file. To read the data, you have to open your file, read the data, and again you have to close the file. So my file dot close close. This will close my this demo.txt file from writing. After closing the file, in order to read the data from the file, you have to open this file again. So my file equal to st, by calling the st dot open method. Sd dot open, name of your file sorry, demo dot txt file, and the mode of that opening that file. So file underscore read, close the brackets, terminate this command, and then you have to check if this file is existing or not. If this file exists inside your SD card, then your Arduino must open that file and read the information from the file. If this file is not there, or if this file doesn't exist in the SD card, then this must print that error in opening the file, or file doesn't exist. So for that you have to use if my file, then you have to check for the file while my file dot while my file dot available. That means it will look for the file. If the file exists inside your SD card, then serial dot write my file dot read. Terminate this command here. You have to close the file again. Close. Sorry. My file dot close, so that you can terminate the read operation from the file, and then in the else section you must print the other probability of your file. That means if this statement is true, if the file exists inside your SD card. But what happens if the file doesn't exist in the SD card? So this must print the information that in the else statement, else uh, serial dot print failed to open the file b pause file doesn't exist. Now hope this thing will work for us. Just compile this code and check for the errors. Great, we are our code is error free. Now just open your Proteus software and start simulation to check for the errors. User must enter his name or a single line of sentence. Then this line must be copied into 5 different lines inside your SD card file, that is demo.txt file, and then 5 lines of your SD card must be get printed on the serial monitor. So let me type here, hi, my name is uh, Bilal Ahmed, and hit the enter button. Here you can see that 5 different, this line is copied into 5 different lines, 1 2 3 4 and 5. So in this way you can create the files inside your SD card, read and fetch the data from the file. Let me enter one different sentence here. So I am from Kashmir. Here you can see that I have not deleted previous data here. So when I entered my second sentence that I am from Kashmir, this I printed I am from Kashmir, and then in 4 different lines, my name is Bilal Ahmed, and then same name in different lines. So let me enter one different line here. I am a student. So this is my second line here. This must repeat itself. Yeah, that's working here. Uh, there are different other methods for reading particular characters, for moving to a different line, or other methods inside for this, for handling the for file handling. I will cover all the methods in the upcoming video. So this is all for today. Thank you so much for watching.